Yeah, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Buck Flair Show, baby. We up in here. How y'all doing? How's everything going? Buck Flair, how you been, man?
Well, I'm doing. We're out of the playoffs, and your team is still alive, so I'm pulling for the Eagles. I can't do this anymore this season. I can't do that no more this season. And as we get ready, the Super Bowl boards are filling up. Dennis ain't on there yet. I don't know if he got enough $10 to spend on his ass. Ain't spending up. I got like 14 spots left. It's getting close.
I tell you every year the same thing. You always tell me, nah, I ain't gonna do it. You need to start doing these squares for other games.
For
Your
other
Super
games.
Bowl squares fill up so fast. It's ridiculous. Look
It
at
ain't
the
filled up
time.
yet. It ain't
Look at
filled up yet.
you got 14 spots left out of 100.
Out of 100, yes.
And we on the divisional round of playoffs.
Yes.
And we talking about people who just spent all that money on Christmas
Yes.
and now got to come back out and now buy Super Bowl squares.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
telling me you can't do one for the first game of the season?
First game of the season.
First
I
game of the
didn't do
season.
one. I did do one for the first game of the season. Remember that?
That was a long time. It must have been a couple years ago.
A couple years ago. Why are you so tired?
I just got off work.
Why ain't you got your Eagles hat on? This is not a good sign.
No, it's a
Every,
good sign. I'm all right.
no, it
I'm all
ain't.
right.
No, it ain't. I'm gonna have to go get that Eagles hat on because every time you got that Eagles hat on, it's playoff time. You
On
know what I
playoff,
mean?
we all right. Trust me, it's a good sign.
You can't be jinxing your team because especially since you play the Rams and shit.
I'm playing the Rams. I like
Yes.
the Rams. I like the Rams too, man. That's a young, violent defense, man. That I told you about. You know what I mean? I'm so sad it had to be Steph, but I told you that Rams defense is playing outstanding. That Rams offense, on the other hand, uh, just a little shaky.
Well, like I said, once we reviewed the game and looked at the tape, it all came down to Rams took the playbook from Detroit and played the same kind of defense that they played against Sam Darnold. He saw ghost again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm feeling a lot better. It took me 10 days to get over that goddamn cold. You know,
Oh man, you got a cold. Last time you had a cold that long, it was COVID season right after that. Oh man.
all
Oh
I
man.
know is the next 3 nights or the next 3 days here is negative 14 is the high and negative 40 is the low. So it must be cold where Philadelphia's at too. How cold is it in Philly?
It wasn't really that cold out here today. Okay, it snowed yesterday.
How much
Today,
snow did you get?
all the snow melted.
Okay.
Tomorrow is going to be -5 degrees.
As a high?
I don't know what the high is. I think the high is
That's
21 degrees.
so -5 is supposed to be the high.
Yeah, 14-degree wind chills.
Okay. And then how about snow? Are y'all getting snow tomorrow or what?
Supposed to snow tomorrow.
So during the game could be a sloppy game then tomorrow in Philly, huh?
Yeah.
What's up, D man? I saw you sneak in here.
Is he still here? Did he leave?
You here?
Yeah, he's still here.
No,
He
no,
could come
I'm
out.
just here. What's up? What's up?
Okay,
Could,
yeah, I saw him. I thought he'd have a Josh Allen jersey on. Now y'all got double jinxes going on. I'm telling you, I don't like this double jinxes. He ain't got no Bill
we
stuff
ain't
on.
jinxing that, man. It's
You ain't
Saturday.
got
We
no
don't play
Eagle
this.
stuff on.
We
I'm
don't play
telling
this
you,
Sunday.
don't play the Sunday. What's
I
that
got my
have to?
Eagles keychain.
Yes, Jack
Always
Daniels
do.
solution. You got a what? You got an Eagles keychain?
Yeah, I always got my Eagles keychain.
Okay, as long as you got your Eagles keychain, you just held it up in the air because on Buck Flair show is a little different than having jinxes and stuff. You know what I mean?
You're
So
definitely right about that. It was a little different than having jinxes.
yeah, great. The first game is the Texans and the Chiefs. This is a game Buck's gonna win this week. No, they ain't gonna win this week. They gonna win in the draft though. I just saw an article. They the second youngest team in the NFL, so hopefully we win in the draft. But anyway, are you gonna win in fantasy football? That's
Uh-oh.
what should be the biggest question since he came in second place.
I can't seem to
Anyway,
win it.
uh,
I'm with
he went and got it. He went and got it. He thought about the Buck Flair curse. He went and got the Josh Allen jersey on. There you go.
mm.
But Texans and Chiefs, Dennis, how you see this game going? your former coach.
I'm
Adding,
giving him a chance. I'm giving him a chance. I'm giving him a chance.
give him a chance.
I'm giving him a chance. CJ Stroud has to dig in deep and get his inner Michael Vick out. Remember that year Michael Vick beat Green Bay in Green Bay? Do you remember
Yep,
that?
I remember that.
CJ Stroud has got to go and beat KC and KC. He got to go beat Michael Vick. I ain't telling him to scramble like Michael Vick, but he got to go win that game. I got faith in him.
Okay, what you got it going down?
All right, well, we're going to go with the final score 27-23.
27-23. He's taking the Texans to win.
Wow.
Taking the Beehive. Taking the Beehive.
Andy Reid, of course, we know how great his record is off of bye. I see Paul just commented Bucky Irvin in Dynasty. That's a good pickup. Anyway, D-Man, how you got?
Well, I mean, you got Andy Reid versus D'Amico Ryans because D'Amico Ryans he knows and they know each other because D'Amico Ryans was the Eagles player while Andy Reid's the head coach, though. They know each other. As much I want the Texans to win, though, but biggest problem is the referees. They always know how they're going to help the Chiefs out there. The Chiefs are New England Patriots. Much want Texas to win, though, but got a gut feeling it's going to be the Chiefs, though. But I got the Chiefs. I'm going to say 23-20.
23-20 taking the Chiefs.
I hope I'm wrong, though.
Texans have never won a divisional game. Be a first time to win a divisional game. They've won wild card games, but they've never won a divisional game. These two teams played each other 5 weeks ago. Kansas City won 27-19. Chiefs have not played their starters in 24 days. 24 days. So I got a feeling here that if Texans get in there and start playing some ball early, and I mean by putting pressure on Mahomes, being a little rusty. If Mahomes wins this game, this will be the 7th straight AFC Championship game he goes to. 7th straight AFC Championship game. It's wild to think about that because Brady never did that. He's been to 4 Super Bowls in those 7 games. But I got the Texans pulling the upset here. I think I got the Texans winning 24-20. I think it shows all season long how close Kansas City was in these close games. And I think it bites them in the back. So I just think the Texans win this ball game and pull off the shocker today, our first game, because we didn't have many upsets last week as far as the favorites go. Minnesota was probably the only one in Tampa Bay, the 2 teams that lost as the favorites. But I mean, everybody was picking the Rams, and you know how Jaden Daniel is. Daniel Daniels. So that brings me to the second game on today's action. It's the Lions and the Washington, and highest ticket prices in the history of the NFL, not counting the Super Bowl ever. The average ticket price is $991 to get to the game.
Oh, hell no.
On TickPicks. So Lions basically are holding their tickets from my understanding because Washington spent a lot of money to go to the Bucs game. There was a lot of Washington fans in Tampa last week. So, Dennis, how you see this Lions game going?
All right, well, listen, here's my theory, okay? Last week on Sunday morning, my phone blows up on on Instagram. The 76ers are not moving downtown Philadelphia. They staying in South Philly. All of a sudden, it's big news that they staying in South Philly, 76ers. Well, who's part owner of the 76ers? Oh, it's a guy named John Harris. Am I saying his name right? John Harris? Am I saying his name right? John or Joe Harris?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of them two. All right. Well, what else does he own? Oh, well, he also owns the Washington football team. I'll be damned. Well, why did he wait all this time to make this announcement when he could have made this same announcement 6 months ago when it was a tragedy about them leaving and going to New Jersey? Because now it makes more sense when a Washington football team beats the Detroit Lions and has to come back to Philadelphia next week. So that way the boy Joe Harris will have his Washington football team and his 76ers all playing right there downtown Philadelphia for the week. All right. Washington football team wins this game 35-31.
35-31. I do think this will be the highest scoring game of the week, though. D-Man, how you see this game going?
Well, the crazy thing is Jaden Daniels is 4-1 against the number 1 overall pick, and Dan Quinn is 3-0 head coach and defense coordinator against the Lions.
Ooh.
But I do agree with you. It is going to be a high scoring game, though. But it could go either way, though. I'm going to say I got the Lions 45-42.
Ooh, big high scoring game of the week.
Yep.
I see it the same way, D-Man. I got it being 37-31 overtime. Detroit. Overtime. Detroit. 37-31 overtime. And if Jaden Daniels can show out and beat the Lions, I can't tell you how many happy Vikings and Bears and Packer fans there'll be. Not only that, I think a lot of fans across the country, because they already crowned Detroit the champs first week of the season. So anyway, then we go to Sunday's game. 2:00. Interesting start time, too. 2:00. 3:00 on the East Coast. 2:00 here at Central Time. So Eagles and Rams.
Yeah.
What you got here, Dennis?
I'm going to take my Eagles.
Before you say
I'm
anything,
going to
here's
take
a
my
stat
Eagles
for
in
you.
this one, but I'm taking them to win 28-20.
28-20 taking the Eagles win. Here's a stat for you I didn't realize. Jalen Hurts has only passed for 140 yards since week 14 or something like that. That's the highest passing yards he's had since week 14. 140 yards.
Well, he didn't. Well, that's a little conniving because he didn't play
The last 3 weeks. I know it.
Right.
I know it.
Yeah. That's like weird. Like
it's weird, but when you mention it, for him being off like he was last week. Now, I will say this against the Eagles and Packers. I said that game will be the 2 top 5 defenses going at each other. And it was. I mean, they was hitting some balls. The only difference in that ball game was Jordan Love threw picks. That's about the only difference in that ball game. So, D-Man, I know your Packers lost last week. How you Eagles and Rams? I know how you like the Rams too, like Eric.
Well, first of all, shout out to the weatherman, Eric Manzuka, because we all know it's going to be snowing. And honestly, we got 2 Rookie of the Year conversation, defense Rookie of the Year conversation, Quinn Mitchell and Jared Verse, though. But, I mean, like Matthew Stafford, we know how he does in the cold weather, though. But it's going to sound crazy when I'm going to say this, though. I got the Eagles in a blowout. I don't care if it's snowing or whatever, though. But give me the Eagles 35-6.
35-6. Taking the Eagles to kill the Rams, he says. I got the Eagles winning myself 31-17. And I think Barkley will get his 100 yards, and I think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith didn't play in the last game. That's the big kicker here. A.J. Brown still had over 100 yards receiving when they played. But also, Jalen Hurts is used to playing in cold weather now. And Stafford is too as well. Stafford's had some great games in cold weather, by the way. It's just a matter of fact, will the Eagles' pass rush destroy that Rams offensive line? I know the Vikings came at him. They blitzed him a lot, but Stafford was unreal against the blitz. He was like 14 out of 17. Yeah. He was calling his own flags, as Steph said. He was doing everything. They didn't even throw flags on the field. He just went to the referee and say, "Did you not see that face mask?" And when they talk to each other, I've never seen that in an NFL game. I've never seen a yellow flag not come out, and then they call a foul because the quarterback went to him and said, "Did you not see that face mask?" And then they got together, and the referee did the call. Didn't even throw the flag down. And you know what? That intentional grounding, incomplete pass, that was total bullshit in that ball game. That changed the whole game right there. That was what we call L.A. forest fires. Raise that money. We got to get the Rams to win the ball game. But anyway, enough said. Sunday, the biggest game of the whole season, relying on Lamar and Josh Allen playing in Buffalo. Dennis Holmes, I know how you feel about Buffalo Bill fans, and I know how you
this one,
feel about. I know how you feel about King Henry. I know how you feel about Lamar, and
Buck Flair. But this one, I'm not gonna lie to you, Buck Flair. This one was weird.
Okay.
This one was different. Okay. This was this is a flip of the coin, Buck Flair. I really don't have a winner for this one. I'm sorry. Usually I got a winner story for you. I can't figure this out. This is a flip of the coin. We got bad weather. We got, two MVP candidates. We got two hungry running backs. We got two hungry defenses. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and say it. I'm gonna have to flip a coin.
All right. Well, I'll let the Buffalo Bills fan go first. Go ahead, Buffalo.
All right. I agree with Dennis on that one, though. But first of all, I want to say thank you to the Bills for getting the Broncos out of the fucking playoffs, though. But see, I'm gonna take the Bills 28-20.
And the reason?
I just got a feeling because Lamar Jackson, I don't know what his record is in cold weather, though. I mean, I know. Let's not forget, Say Flowers. He's out this time. I mean, I know he was impressive without him, though. But the question is, can other receivers caught the ball in the cold weather, though? That's the key. I mean, I have a feeling we're gonna see Derrick Henry run a lot. James Cook can be running, though. Shakir, he played in Boise State, if I'm mistaken. So, I feel like that's the reason why I'm feeling, though.
Cold weather game, huh?
Yeah.
Well, my opinion of this right here, Josh Allen is 9-1 in cold weather games under 32 degrees. Lamar Jackson is 3-1 in cold weather games under 32 degrees.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yes. So the only key is that the last time they played, Baltimore beat the shit out of Buffalo. So you got to remember, there's always a revenge factor when a team gets beat like that. Always a revenge factor. Plus, Buffalo didn't have Matt Milano. They had two other players that didn't play in that ball game. Now they got Milano back, and now the Bills' defense will be a little bit better than what they've been. Because I always said that they were overrated on defense. They actually now have they are the second worst defense left in the playoffs out of the final 8 teams left. They are, they rank like 18th as far as defense goes. But you know what? That Ravens defense was susceptible. I didn't realize this. They brought back Pease was his last name. They brought back Pease to help with that defense for the Ravens. That's when they made the turnaround, and they kept Kyle Hamilton at safety. They didn't bring him up like they were doing in the beginning. So I'm interested to see how it all plays out. But I just got a feeling with Buffalo having the home field advantage, and this is a battle of MVPs right here. This is going to be this to me is who wins the MVP. Josh has already beat he beat Detroit and he beat Kansas City. So he beat both those teams. That's one reason I think he's leading in the MVP vote, even though Lamar is first team All-Pro at quarterback. So I got the Bills winning, scoring a touchdown late. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think they score a touchdown late to cover the spread, 27-17. I think Buffalo advances, and then we have a total different perspective because we have the Texans playing Buffalo to finally see if Buffalo gets to the Super Bowl with Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game. We have the Eagles playing the Lions in the NFC Championship game. Everybody will be betting on the Eagles to win that ball game for that game, and everybody will be betting on Buffalo to win that game. You got to look back. The Bills have been in the AFC Championship game once, and the Lions were there last year. The Eagles have been there the year before that, and the Texans have never won a divisional game. So that's the strengths that I'm going by right now. All 4 of those philosophy there. See, Ernest just commented on Milano. But anyway, Dennis, what you got here? You rubbing your head.
All right. I still ain't got nobody. I'm just gonna say I flipped the coin.
You flipped a coin. Who you pick?
I don't know. I ain't got no coin. I'm going tails. Tails never fails.
Tails what?
Tails never fails.
All right, flip a coin then.
All right, flip a coin. Look,
Flip a coin. You say tails, you going Bills. Heads, you going Ravens.
Yeah, hold on.
You got to have a coin because you ain't got $10 to play on the Super Bowl, boy.
I got heads. It was heads.
It was heads, so you got Buffalo now. No,
Yeah.
Was that right?
That was right.
Heads Buffalo, tails is Ravens. Is that right? I can't remember what you said.
That was right. That was right.
So you got Buffalo winning by a field goal, then basically, pretty much.
Right. Just letting you know, it was hard to pick.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs, thank you for a second draft pick, super sucker. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, got that right, bro.
They got the Vikings second pick, which I thought was crazy how that all played out with them. But anyway, wouldn't that be something? Texans and Bills, what a storyline that's going to be. Diggs not get to play in the AFC Championship game. But anyway, Monday night we got the
National Championship game.
National Championship game.
Yeah.
We got Ohio State, who beat Dennis's team, Tennessee, who beat Dalton's team, Texas, Texas beat my team, Clemson. So we got Notre Dame, who beat Ron's team, Georgia. We got Notre Dame, who beat Czar's team, Penn State. So now we got to figure out who's going to win Notre Dame. I think June likes Notre Dame, don't he?
June likes Notre Dame, and his co-host, Beta Analyst, likes Ohio State.
Yes.
Tomorrow, is it Monday? No, Monday.
Monday night.
Monday.
Yeah.
So, Monday we will be at the event. They got an event going on for that.
Yeah.
We will be at that.
Is Roddy Leonard healthy?
I don't know.
D-Man, you know anything on him?
No, not that I know. I haven't heard about it.
He's okay.
I guess though. I'll try to look.
It's
I'll be
another-
updating looking.
It's another flip of the coin, Buck Flair, but I want to take Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I
What
want
you
to
got
take
on that?
Notre Dame.
You just gonna take Notre Dame straight up?
Yeah, straight up. I ain't got nothing else for it. Just Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Marcus
Irish.
Freeman. I know D-Man's been talking about Marcus Freeman. Used to play at Ohio State back in the day.
Yep.
But what you got, D-Man, here?
I'm gonna say this though. I don't give a fuck who wins the national championship. I'll be happy either one will wins because I'm glad it's not Alabama and Georgia. At least we got new teams though. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
Yeah. I like both teams. I really don't care. I mean, I know Ohio State beat the Longhorns though. Knew it was gonna happen though, but I don't care who wins though. I'm just happy it's gonna be either one team. At least we got new teams that's gonna win the national championship. That matters to me.
Yeah, and I mean the way Texas blew that game to me was a bitch show at that fucking call down there at first and goal at the 1 yard line. What a fucking pissed me off. I was like, that was stupid. Here. They were getting ready to score and make that game even close. But I think what's going to show up in this ball game is going to be the lines, the offensive line against the defensive line, Notre Dame. This is going to be the key right here. Can Notre Dame pressure the quarterback for Ohio State? Because when I seen that happen with him, he tends to have a little bit of hesitation and chokeness. And I think Notre Dame, with the talent that they have, can beat this team. And I think they will beat this team. And I think they'll beat them. And everybody at Ohio State is going to be pissed off at the coach again, just because he loses the championship game. I can't see Ohio State winning this championship game because they lost to Michigan. You can't lose a championship. You can't lose to a team like Michigan and win the national championship, as bad as Michigan was this season. So I'm taking Notre Dame to once again rise to the top. And they haven't beat them in 88 years. I didn't realize this. They've only played 7 times in their careers, in their histories, I should say. 7 times. Notre Dame won the first 2 back in the 30s. Ohio State's won the last 5. So if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm telling all them Notre Dame players the history, and I'm breaking out the Newt Rockne speak, just like Rudy, and I'm getting on that rock, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing that speech for him and saying, we're going to go at it. But other than that, let's go Irish. I hate saying that because I'm not a huge Notre Dame fan, but I really can't stand Ohio State. But anyway, Dennis, you got anything to add before we go to bed?
No, I got nothing to add. I want to thank y'all for coming out today. I know this was short and sweet, but we will be back next week. Probably around I don't know, because the next week games both on Sunday, so we'll come on Saturday night, our usual Saturday night.
Saturday night, you want to come on? Saturday night?
Wait. I'll let you know.
You let you know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But like I said, thank y'all for everything coming out and
wait a minute, let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, hold on. Let me play this real quick and then think about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do work next Saturday. I just remember that I do work next Saturday, so that's fine with me. Just be probably about 11 o'clock Eastern. 11 o'clock Eastern if I come on next Saturday, depending on what your schedule's like. You might be partying up, though, if the Eagles are in there. You might be getting drunk and everything.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because they play on Sunday. They play on Sunday next week, the championship games. They usually start at don't they start at weird times on these championship games?
Yeah, they start.
I think so.
Yeah, they start in the afternoon though. Like where you're at, like 3:30. Where I'm at 2:30, I believe though.
They start at like 2:30 and like 6:30 or something like that. I think there's like an hour in between. It's not like a long period or a little bit longer period of time, 3.5 hours because of the start times and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
But then again, thank y'all for coming out tonight. God bless y'all and good night.